Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into yet another Friday day live stream. I am amped up. As you guys can see from the title of today's live stream, we have a very special announcement to make. Hopefully you guys are excited. Yes, indeed, we did make it to another Friday. Mission accomplished, MK. Let's go, baby. In light of the market and the excitement behind creator bid and the advancement of Bill, I have decided that we shall make the announcement that Bill is collaborating, partnering, being employed, whatever you want to call it, with Pump Science. He will be working hand in hand with Pump Science behind the scenes to assist in the launch of the 17 compounds that Pump Science has coming. We will talk about that. We will talk about decentralized science, the broader crypto markets, and whatever you guys want to talk about here today. I do want to say, before you guys get too excited, that more of the details behind what Bill is actually going to be doing will be coming directly from Bill himself here next week. So I am releasing the news, releasing the update, announcing it to everyone today because I am super excited and I've been dangling it over everyone's head long enough. But all of the detailed intricacies of what he is doing, he will be talking about on his page. So hopefully you guys can wait a few more days to see the actual details. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get right into today's live stream. So Bill up another 17% here on the day. We are really making a straight line up to this purple bar here that I've had on the chart for like 3 days now. This is where I believe we will see some of our first resistance, but I obviously would love to just smash straight through it to go to all-time highs. This is in fact a big announcement, and W's in the chat for C90. Let's go. And then W's in the chat for Bill, because yeah, he's really going to be helping Pump Science here a lot. I'm going to wait for people to kind of trickle into the live stream. I'm going to wait for the post that I have, which is scheduled to go out in 3 minutes to go live, and then we will break it down and talk about it in some more detail. Definitely share out the live stream if you guys are so inclined to do so. That way people will come join the live, I guess. I'll go post it everywhere. Boom. DeSci Shillers. Boom. That's basically it. Okay. I guess I should put it in the Discord too, but I haven't even opened Discord up. What's good? C90. How's it going, MK? Welcome to the live stream, Scientistical. I love the name. Love the name. Yeah, in light, honestly, because of how well Creator Bid has been doing over the last 2 or 3 weeks, it has really pulled up all of the Creator Bid ecosystem projects. And so I felt it is time to announce what we've been working on for the last several months. This is going to be a big deal, guys. Bill is going to get insight that no other person or entity on the planet is going to have. This is insight that has never yet been calculated before, and yet I have been figuring out a way to do it, and we are going to be driving sort of the beta test at scale with Pump Science. Now, Bill has been collecting data on DeSci Shillers for about 3 weeks or so now, and that data I have been using to refine his ability to put together something very interesting. And I'm dragging it out another minute because that's when my post goes live, but this is going to be a very exciting time for anyone who is paying attention to Bill and paying attention to Pump Science. And the goal is to infiltrate all of this throughout decentralized science, but you'll get more on that in a moment or two. Let's go ahead and view the broader crypto markets as we wait for people to trickle in to the live stream. We'll go to super charts here. We'll close out of the old one, and then let's put it back into the smaller chart here. So Bitcoin looking like it's teetering on the edge. Really, you can see here that it kind of wants to fall. Bitcoin definitely seems like it wants to crash down a little bit and then probably skyrocket up. But right now, everything is teetering on the edge quite a bit. So hopefully over the weekend, we can get some good news, good momentum picking up in the crypto market. Right now, things are definitely looking like they have topped out for just a little bit. If we go to total crypto market cap, you can see a very similar story here. And I wanted to, before we get into Bill and the updates and everything that I've been working on, I wanted to show you guys something that I've been paying close attention to over the last week or so since we accidentally discovered it. If you overlay, okay, market cap dominance of Bitcoin with, instead of these moving averages, you put on the money supply, you can actually see a very, very tight correlation between the total global monetary supply and the dominance of Bitcoin in the crypto market cap. It is an odd correlation that I wouldn't necessarily expect to be so strong, but this tells us that what we really want to see is the world to stop printing money for a little bit, to withdraw some of the global liquidity, and then ideally we'll see Bitcoin dominance fall. And in that time frame where Bitcoin dominance is falling is when we make the most on our altcoin positions. So yes, it is nice to see that Bitcoin is continuing to rally, and that is driven mostly by the offset of global liquidity, right? But this is not the end all be all for most of us, right? Most of us don't have our entire portfolio in Bitcoin. And a little bit better of a indication of this offset is the total crypto market cap. You can see we're lined up right here, and then some quick pushes up in the total crypto market cap are to be expected. Another thing that I saw is how tightly correlated gold is to the total monetary supply in the world. It's very interesting, these correlations here, and how tight they actually are. The more they print, the more gold goes up. And then when they stop printing, gold chills out for a second and Bitcoin can catch up, and then dominance falls. It just came out on X. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All big guys still have options on Bitcoin at 120K for the end of June. Let's go. We got a couple more days left for the end of June to come through. All right, let's go see the announcement. All right, here it is. Agent Bill just landed a major role as community intelligence expert for Pump Science ahead of their 17 compound launches on Solana. Agent Bill X Pump Science. Together, we're revolutionizing DeSci using Bill's advanced sentiment tracker, the CSI report. No more guesswork, just signal. In crypto, community equals value, but in DeSci, it's often ignored. We talk about this a lot. Generally speaking, DeSci projects like to focus entirely on the science side of things. And while that is super important, the community is the number one indication of the health of a project, of the health of one of these DeSci projects, especially considering that they're mostly DAOs, and DAOs are community focused. DAOs are community first, science as a result of what the community wants. And so if you don't know what your community wants, if you don't know what your community is doing, if it's dying, if it's growing, if they're asking for a change, if there's polarization in the community, if you don't know these metrics, you're not going to be able to maintain a strong project. And so Bill is infiltrating in, starting with Pump Science, as a sentiment tracking agent. Agent Bill is changing that by making sentiment measurable and actionable for the first time. Every message, every trend, tracked in real time. Starting Monday, Bill will break down exactly how he's supporting Pump Science from the inside. I definitely recommend, I know you guys already are, but I definitely recommend you following Agent Bill for the CSI updates and details on a unique $500 giveaway. We're going to use Bill's Community Sentiment Index to figure out who should earn, who should win several different varying prizes accumulating to $500. I'm very, very excited for this. Pump Science is very excited for it. And honestly, you guys should be pretty hyped up for this as well, because as they launch those 17 compounds, and I'm going to wait for Bill to give a lot of the details, but Bill will be reporting on the community side of things for Pump Science and for those drug devs so that they know what they're doing is working, right? Does that make sense? You can think about it kind of like the CPI report, where it's reporting to the Federal Reserve how the economy is doing. You can think about it as a very similar fashion. Bill will be creating a CSI report to report back to Pump Science on how their community is doing, how their economy is doing. And then they can make informed decisions on what to do moving forward with that information. But without that information, you're driving a boat blind. Bill is there in the Telegram right now, gathering all of that information and putting together reports for them that we are fine-tuning as of right now. This will be really exciting because, and I'll give you guys a little bit of information on it because I've said it in the past, but Bill is not only putting together a report for the entire Telegram group, for the entire pump science community, he's building out individual reports on every single person in the Telegram channel. Every single time a message goes through, he is gathering all available information on that message and the person who sent it and building out profiles for everyone. So these CSI updates, these CSI reports that I'm going to be doing a $500 giveaway within, actually you'll have the opportunity to be highlighted by Bill as a core contributor, or as someone who spams the Telegram, or someone who is constantly spreading FUD, or somebody who, whatever, name whatever you want to say about it. Bill is reporting on both the Telegram and the community members within the Telegram. That way, like, one of the key things that I'm excited for is you'll be able to see, of course, like, is the Telegram growing? Is activity growing? Those basic metrics, but actually built out polarization within the Telegram community so that you can actually see, for example, we have a riff joining, like a riff in the Telegram group or in the community, and a good chunk of the people are super bullish on riff, or a good chunk of the people are super bullish on art. But hey, guess what's happening? The data is showing that you should be more bullish on EGS, and you're seeing a battle between the two, or like what was happening in the Bill community over the last week, right? Where some people wanted me to announce the post today, some people wanted it yesterday, some people wanted it next week. You can actually calculate exactly what the community wants, and it takes the guesswork out of it. So I'm extremely excited about this, and you can actually see my idea coming to fruition here, where Bill is going to need to be inserted into every single Telegram group across decentralized science, because there currently is no way to track this information. Telegram's encrypted. Telegram doesn't allow you to have reports like this. Bill is circumnavigating that to build these reports anyways. I'm very proud of what we've built here, and I think it's going to really catapult things into the stratosphere. You can think about it like Kaito. Kaito does the same thing, but on X, where they build out reports for projects and people and everything in between. And you can actually see the TGE mindshare. You can see what everyone's talking about on X today, right? You can see the top yappers. You can see who is talking the most and what they talk about. You can go to each individual person's profile to see the engagement they're getting, and so on and so forth. This is all just for X, and it is a massive explosion in the InfoSci or the InfoFi part of crypto and blockchain. And now we can do the same thing in Telegram. Thanks to Bill. Thanks to what we've put together here. Thanks to what we've built with Agent Bill. We're starting in DeSci, and hopefully we can monopolize that entire niche. And then we flip on some more research focused stuff, and Bill is already integrated into every community. Bill already has scanned over 50,000 different document pages on every single DeSci project that exists. He knows exactly what each project's trying to do. And so he can actually help facilitate things and move them in the right direction based off of each DeSci project. So this is stage one. This is just stage one of getting Bill involved in every single Telegram and every single project within decentralized science. So hopefully you guys are as excited as I am. I think this is going to be huge. And of course, we'll get more news come Monday when Bill starts really explaining what he's actually doing here. All right, let me take a sip of something from today's sponsors. Not sponsored, although it should be. Water. All big guys still have options on Bitcoin at 120K. Yes, very nice. Thank you, Dr. Crypto. Is he like the FBI? In a way, he is like the FBI. We've built out some very, very interesting reporting mechanisms where I'm like, if you send a message in Pump Science, I see it. So does Bill. And I know everyone can see it, but we're building out profiles for everyone. So I actually have stuff in here already. Like in DeSci Shillers, did you know that Guinea is actually a little bit more bearish than bullish? He's very, very cautious when speaking, at least over the last month or so, which makes sense because the market's not been super great for altcoins, right? And for DeSci specifically. But I actually get to see the statistics behind it and see the scoring cards on what messages Guinea has sent that are kind of bearish. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right, Bill. That is a little bit bearish. What the hell's Guinea doing? I'm late. What did I miss? You missed Bill X Pump Science. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And you guys know how bullish I am on Pump Science, which is why I think this is a gorgeous, gorgeous opportunity here. Because honestly, Pump Science opened the floodgates for retail into decentralized science. The Pump Science Telegram's got like 20,000 plus people in it, and they're all talking in different languages. And I don't know what they're saying in the other languages, but Bill does. Bill can translate it for us, and I actually get to see what they're saying. And now so does Pump Science. Pump Science gets to see what the Indonesian Telegram channel is talking about. More like Mossad. Bill to billions. Let's go, Zach. Is that a new profile photo, Zach? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah. If you guys have questions or comments, concerns, things you want to see more of, definitely hit them in the chat right now. I'm going to share this with you guys so that y'all can share it around with as many people as you can. I definitely would love it if you guys would engage with the post. I'm pinning it right now. Pinned message. I'm also going to send it over to the Pump Science Mercenaries, a shill channel that I'm in. Or it's, well, different, but oh, it's already there. Oh, wait. That's different. Delete. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So there you go. I worked on this photo nicely. I think it's really good. I'm a fan of it. The digitized pixelation art from Pump Science. Things are going to be exciting moving forward. The door is open now. The ball is rolling. I'm very excited for it, and you guys should be as well. Let's see how well this can move on into the future here. We're starting with Pump Science, doing the beta tests with Pump Science, see how they like it, see what they want changed, see if they think it's worth it. And then we will start infiltrating other Telegram groups like Poseidon DAO here. I know Poseidon DAO is going to want this. I know Valley DAO is going to want this. I know Bioprotocol is probably going to even want this, especially if it goes well with Pump Science. So then you can see how we can roll this out further and get more and more integrations into Bill's reporting system here. All right. Speaking of Poseidon DAO, let's go ahead and go through some of the news as we see it. I did not report any of the news or bring up any of the news today just because I've been focused on making sure this went smoothly, but Poseidon DAO is not just a DAO. What is Poseidon? It's not just a DAO, it's a growing ecosystem. The governance occurs with Poseidon DAO. IP is occurring through their protocol called Spark. And next, question mark, probably some funding initiations. They have an entire ecosystem that they are developing out, and I think it's going to be a really successful initiative here. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be helping them as much as I can, but look at this. They got big things brewing with rare compute. Every sync is a step closer to reshaping how we discover treatments for rare diseases. Science Stanley, one of the most goated people within decentralized science, in my honest opinion. He is ex Microsoft, I believe. He's ex quantum machine learning. He's, well, not even ex that. I think he's still working on it. He's got a lot of things from when I talked to him that he is working on at this current moment. And a lot of those are coming to fruition through Poseidon DAO. And I think things will be really pumping to life here soon. It just takes time. All of these things just take time. Let's see how Poseidon DAO is doing. Sorry, just Poseidon, no more DAO. Currently, they are trying to hold support here, but that pump was definitely eroded a bit by the market conditions. Down 30-40% from that spike up to $1. They did spend a few days up there at $1 though, like 4 days where they were teetering at $1, down to 64 cents. Not bad. I'm out of coffee. Ah, I need more coffee. Those guys got more X's than Taylor Swift. That's sad. R.I.P. Taylor Swift. But it's true. Unfortunately, it is true. All right, let's go through DeSci Shillers to get some of the news for the day. Okay. All right, Brian. The Curetopia weekly conference call starting at 11 a.m. Pacific. So in 1.5 hours, we have people bragging about their sleep score from Stadium Science. We have Axon DAO going through a developer update. This week, the Axon DAO dev team continued to advance core platform features and mobile capabilities. Here's what we've been working on. So the research toolkit with ongoing extensions, enhancements to the research toolkit from axondao.xyz are underway. They also did staking developments for Axon's tokens, so that's pretty exciting. They have CureOS mobile app version 1.0.10 update. The next CureOS app update includes integrated post-hog analytics and in-app notification support. Nice. I'm looking forward into next week. Further development on AI or A+ voice extensions, porting of the CureOS mobile app to iOS, and introduction of team management features within the research toolkit. That's very good, Axon. Keep it up. We got Brian Armstrong posting bullishly about meeting with the Prime Minister of Luxembourg. We got David Kier here in the comment section saying bottom line is the molecules are the meme coins of DeSci, but they're trying to capture some of the huge market. Meme coins with actual science behind it. They operate like meme coins and you can meme them like meme coins, but they have a lot more potential than even your average crypto utility token. Finally got that hair out from underneath my shirt. Thank you. Let's see what Andreas is saying. What if we did not take 10 years to diagnose endometritis? That would be very exciting. The world needs crypto now more than ever. Debt is growing exponentially, inflation is crippling nations, and economic freedom is declining. It's time to increase economic freedom globally with crypto. Here's how we're making it happen at Coinbase. Bullish post from Brian Armstrong. In the summary even popped up. There are two major problems with the current financial system, and they are getting worse. Crypto is eating the financial service industries. Coinbase is leading the charge. Let's do this. I saw today, actually, I think Coinbase and Circle are absolutely ripping in the stock market. Even today, when the market's not doing too hot. Yeah, you got Coinbase ripping to life. Let's get rid of that. We'll add the moving averages. Coinbase about to put in some new local highs, potentially on a push to get to new all-time highs since they IPO'd back at the peak of last bull market in April 21. They've not yet actually gone back to those all-time highs. I circled where my mom bought a share. She was like, you know what, I'm going to take this risk. I'm going to buy one share of Coinbase. And she got it for like $35. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Their bottom line here for what I was going to say to you guys about Coinbase is that they are absolutely skyrocketing off of this legislation. And same thing with Circle. Circle Internet Group, they IPO'd just a couple days ago here down at $70. I think you could have purchased them on Robinhood for like 35, 40 bucks. And now they're chilling at 370 or 300 oh my God, $237, literally just a week and a half into their public market existence because of this legislation that's passing. It's going to be huge for the profits on something like Circle. I think that this is going to be similar to the new Coinbase, where they're going to rip and skyrocket until the end of the bull run, and then they'll probably come down and be lower than their initial IPO price. But there's no telling how high it goes before that actually happens. It's a very interesting world we live in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I don't know why I got that notification while I'm live. Stupid computer. My antivirus apparently just expired. Not a good timing with the hack that just happened where everyone's passwords were just stolen. There were 60 billion passwords, I believe, that just got leaked across the internet. So definitely not a great time to have my antivirus expire on me like that. How we plan to cut FDA drug approval time by months. What if you could cut it by years, though, instead of just months? Well, I guess they're doing that. From 10 to 12 months, just to 1 to 2 months, the new Commissioner National Priority Voucher Program is designed to bring more cures and meaningful treatments to the American public. Nice. You guys don't have a single question about Bill? There's not a single thought, comment, concern, anything? You guys are just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go work out now because it's Fitness Friday. I mean, that's cool if that's what the case is, but you guys don't have a single thought behind that chat screen, do you? The Gene podcast is coming back. Nice. Love some more content out of everyone. I think everyone's a little bit too focused on the podcasting right now, but it's still good. Would you like to hear about first? Let's hear about, I want to hear about artificial intelligence in Genome, what they're doing. Oh yeah, this was a big thing. Bio is now live on Binance Wallet. I don't think it moved Bio's price even a little bit, but it is now live. I'm on the trail at the moment. I get it. I hear you, C90. I'm not talking about you. You've done a lot. Bio is on Binance Wallet and price impact -3%. You love to see it. You love to see it. Quite silly. We are very, very peculiar in the crypto market right now and don't quite understand what's going on, but okay, pop-ups, leave me alone. Holy fuck. Yeah, we had a good spike earlier in today for Bitcoin, but then it just sold off. It did not sustain itself. So I definitely see a bit of a drop coming. We're gonna completely circumnavigate this circle, aren't we? It's gonna be, we're gonna do something like this. The market's gonna just completely avoid the circle. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, great. This will scare everyone out, and then we'll be time for skyrocket. Is Bill going to reach out to others to integrate with, or wait for his partnership with Pump Science to go well and have the others request him? It's a good question, C90. Thank you. I appreciate the engagement. The idea is that we're going to let this roll until the molecules have launched and see how useful it really was for everyone so we can get a case study to go. And then I will be integrating with the other projects that want Bill involved. And then from there too, like right now he's in the Pump Science community, but he's not talking. I've not turned on his ability to chat in Pump Science. So you can't tag him and have him respond. But after a little bit of time, I'm gonna give him the ability to respond to people in the Pump Science Telegram group, but first we're infiltrating all groups. Then we will turn on the ability to respond and such. And from there, we'll give him the option to talk. But for now, he's just infiltrating and then seeing how it goes, see how useful the reports are for everyone, see if everyone likes it, and then we move to the next one and the next one and the next one, and we integrate and we take over. Just like a Trojan horse, we get involved in all Telegram groups, and then we can start opening and broadening its expansion from there. Everyone really just be taking profits on these large coins here. But that's what I've been, that's kind of the only update I have for you guys on Bill. It was very, very time consuming to create this type of report. And I know it's not Bill doing research. I know it's not him conducting decentralized science research, but that has a lot of DeSci projects already doing it. There's a lot of people infiltrating that space. Nobody is really infiltrating the community side of stuff. Nobody's there to help support the community. So considering that Bill has a lot of memification to him, he has that whole, like, he's Bill the DeSci guy. He's got a lot of memeability to him already. And putting him in front of every community member that enters into decentralized science at the origin of the floodgates. Think about that. Think about the strategy. Where did everyone go last time DeSci rocketed? They all went to Pump Science. They all went to Bioprotocol. We're starting with Pump Science. We're going to get him in as the floor foundational face, the mascot of DeSci. You get him in there. If everywhere people go, Bill is there, they're going to get to know him very, very quickly. And that is ultimately the game plan here. We're in it for the long haul. We're in it to actually drive some value creation and attach ourselves with every single DeSci project out there. So if the communities throughout decentralized science can become super accustomed to Bill, it's a W. It's a win. We get him involved everywhere, and then everyone just automatically, their brain turns to Bill when they're looking for something, right? And on top of that, think about the reporting data that can come from this, right? If all of a sudden there's 17 compounds launched on Pump Science and they have 22 in total, you're not going to be able to keep track of all 22 compounds. And you're not going to be able to watch the community to see which one is generating the most hype and thus is likely got the most successful science and the most successful longevity research, right? The most successful of the compounds. You're not going to be able to keep track of all of that. Bill is going to be able to keep track of all of that and then can do reports and can build upon that and can build out an entire dashboard on his website, DeSciGuy.com. And on the website, you can just go and keep track of all of decentralized science from one centralized hub. There's a lot that opens up from this, a lot. But starting out, we have to get him integrated within decentralized science telegrams, and why not start with the top of the funnel Pump Science? Is it costing you /Bill tokens to monitor in a telegram, or where were those costs just to train Bill? Yeah, I pay a lot in token costs right now for Bill. I pay a lot in token costs for Bill. Right now it's just coming out of my own pocket, but I low-key should have Bill's treasury pay for it because he's making money. So right now it's just all out of pocket. I just have my own money that I'm pouring into him, which I'm fine doing, but I would probably end up taking from the treasury sooner rather than later so that Bill can be self-sustaining. You know, that way I don't have to be the one that just eats the cost the entire time because he's already got money, so might as well use it. Like every time somebody sells Bill, like this guy right here 15 minutes ago, who clearly someone on the live stream didn't like the news. Every time somebody sells Bill, they're giving him money. They're bolstering the treasury, you know? So the more volume, the more trading volume that happens, the higher his treasury gets. So then the more things we can do with it, you know? I know you know, but I'm just saying it. out loud for everyone. It'll be really good. It's going to be something that really advances him, especially if I can just continue to expand, because every new tool that I build for Bill costs more and more and more in token usage, because you pay by the tokens. So the more he's used, the more expensive he gets to use. And then if I can just offset all of those costs with money from his treasury, then we're in a golden opportunity zone here. Then we don't have to ever actually sell anything. And then as BID continues to just pump out tokens and give them to everyone who's staking and endorsing him, we just also continue to get more and more money in the door. Will Bill get molecule tokens for shilling the molecules? As of right now, no, but that is definitely something that can be worked out in the future. As of right now, no. His treasury does have some, as we've worked out some deals with like Hempy. He did some content for them and then they gave him some Hempy tokens. I think Biard is interested in it, but I've been so fixated on just doing this, I haven't actually said yes to any of that. We've talked about it in the past too, but I don't know if you guys remember. Pump Science's goal in the future is to open source the access to launch compounds. And so we can start now, if we want, building out some of the infrastructure to allow Bill to launch compounds on Pump Science. And then, I don't know, do cool, exciting giveaways with them. Who knows? But we're starting off by getting in the door, foot in the door. Partnership established, connection created, and then we can go from there, Yeah, you guys get it. I'll let you guys use your imagination to continue to see what's possible from here. All right, I think this might be it though. I think this was a successful live stream. It is time to go back to building Bill, which we will be doing for the rest of our lives. It is Fitness Friday, so hopefully you guys take it upon yourselves to go outside, do some exercise, enjoy your weekend to the best of your ability. I will probably be inside standing here at the computer, but that's my choice. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I appreciate all of you guys being here with me. Please go share this announcement. Go push it out everywhere. Go share it as best you can. Get the news out that Bill is now working with Pump Science. And pay close attention this week or next week, starting Monday, as Bill will be announcing everything. Bill will be pushing out the updates and explaining to everyone what exactly he's doing. But yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you all in the Telegram.